gotta say nothing, baby. Actions speak real loud. My head is clouded with judgment lately. I gotta get it out. All of these fucking doubts. Somebody hear me out. I know it's all my fault. Gotta figure it all out. One day, someday. Welcome to Viva Convos with your girl, I'm Yan. And again, I am following the disappearance of Monisha Leath until she is recovered and brought home. Hopefully, we can find her safe as soon as possible. It has already been 30 days and she has not been found yet. So, I just wanted to go over the timeline with you guys and fill in a few gaps that we were really unaware of. Now, there are some things that I cannot say because I do not want to ruin the investigation, but I will be coming out with 2 more videos as to why people feel like the Shannon location is of interest, and another video with other information, but I'm going to try to wait, as long as possible because I don't want to ruin the investigation with the information that I do have. I feel like it could possibly ruin the investigation. I mean, not necessarily like super, super ruin it, but like, you know how, you know, they don't want to tell the corporate too much because they don't want them to do stuff, certain stuff, you know, they just don't want them to know because then they'll change the way they move type of situation, stuff like that. So, like, I don't know. Anyways, moving along, we're going to jump into this timeline. All right, so this is the Viva La Combos timeline of the day Mo went missing, February 24, 2022. We already know from the last video that I made that Joe was arrested on February 25th, which was the Friday after she went missing. And it's just a lot going on in between the time that he was detained and the time she was missing. And now, so let's jump into this, all right? So starting around, 7 a.m., somewhere in between 7 and 8, approximately Eastern Standard Time, a.m., Mo and Joe left the Cave Spring, Georgia area with the children to drop them off at a school in the North Rome area. Okay? Around 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, somewhere close to 9 o'clock, Mo and Joe, had left the Rome area and headed back to Cave Spring to check the mailbox because Mo was expecting a check. However, once they got there, she noticed the mail hadn't ran and her check wasn't there, so they left the house. Now, I don't know where they went, where they went right after that, but I do know that by 12 p.m., noon or so, that Mo and Joe had headed back to the Cave Springs area address, and Mo checked the mail again. So the mail finally came and her check was in the mailbox the second time she went, which was like, 3 hours later. Okay? So within that time frame, her check was in the mailbox. So her and Joe left, and I'm assuming at this point that they headed back to Rome, Georgia, but I don't know that for sure. So, according to my timeline and the information I received, I'm assuming that they headed back to Rome because sometime before 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Joe and Mo were out in the West Rome area. Joe was on parole since his release from prison, so he had to report to a probation officer often. and he reported off Division Street in West Rome. While he was inside reporting, allegedly it is being said that Mo was outside in the car on the phone with someone, um, video chatting with them, and that, she was letting them know she was going to confront Joe about some cheating allegations, allegedly now. And soon as he came out the office, come from reporting, she was going to bring it up. I don't know if she brought it up yet. I don't know if she had brought it up immediately after he came out or not. I don't know how long she was on the phone with this person. I don't know who this person was. I'm just not going to say who this person was. But, anyways, so that's what happened while she was in the car while he was reporting. It said that she was talking to someone about, him cheating on her, and this person was like, so are you going to bring it up or what, type of situation. And probably not like that, but people be like, so when are you going to bring it up, when are you going to approach him about it? And or she could have initiated the conversation by simply saying, yeah, I'm definitely going to bring this stuff up today, right now, blah blah blah. And another of my spectators commented on my page on my YouTube channel and said that she allegedly had found a second cell phone of Joe's. Now, I don't know how true that is, but since we're saying that, I now feel like that second cell phone may have been what they were looking for on Rockmont Highway. And I also have an update on information about that because there are some things that I got wrong in that story, but not necessarily wrong, but you'll understand once I put the video out so that we can clarify those things. All right, moving along. All right, so by 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mo was at the Hop and Shop in North Rome cashing her check that they picked up that morning. Okay, y'all. Assuming Joe was driving, I'm sure he was there as well. He may not have been inside the store, he could have been in the parking lot, but I'm assuming he was the one driving, right? Okay, so they're at the Hop and Shop, blah blah blah, cashing her check, and sometime between 4:30 and 5 p.m. Mo's sister tries to reach out because, they were supposed to be meeting up to go out to eat or something like that. And Mo wasn't answering at this point. So, you know, around 5 or after 5 Eastern Standard Time, Joe returns Mo's sister's missed calls. All the missed calls that the sister was calling Mo, missed. Joe returned the call and claimed that Mo was in the store. And I feel like he may have indicated something verbally that is strange. It could have been his tone of voice, the way he said something. It could have been his exact wording of something. But I can't say right now because, again, I don't want to ruin the investigation. But what he said definitely could play a major part in why the sister felt very uncomfortable after having that phone call and feeling like something was definitely wrong. Because, there's just so much going on right now that nobody really understands. Okay, so by 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mo's daughter's after school program called the sister and told her she was a no-show. All right, so she didn't pick up the kids. And this is like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours after she done tried to call her sister, but an hour and a half after the husband returns the missed calls, and the sister never calls back, and now it's time for her kids to be picked up. The kids probably should have been picked up around 5 or something, but considering the fact that Mo told someone that she was going to confront him about his cheating allegations and stuff like that, then I just feel like, that played a major role in why she's not here right now. And um, it's got a lot to do with It's got a lot to do with that. That's what I feel like this whole disappearance is about. I feel like her and Joe got into a really bad argument over these cheating allegations, and he was like, screw this, and So like, we got to figure out what's going on here because it's not like her to disappear. And at this point, I'm starting to feel like she didn't disappear willingly. So I'm trying to do everything I can to help bring justice to her, but there's only so much I can do without trying to ruin the investigation. I'm not trying to ruin the investigation. I just, don't want to put out the wrong information and things go, downhill. So, and things like that. It's just a lot going on with the case. All right. So it has been said to me that Joe mom was questioned by the GBI, and I don't know when she was questioned, but can you believe that she told the GBI that she has nothing to do with her son Joe and that they have no reason to ever question her again about him? How about the fact that she lives in the same neighborhood as the Eagle Park, which is exactly where Mo's prayer vigil was held 2 weeks after she went missing? On top of that, Joe mom didn't even show any type of respect or concern for her missing daughter-in-law simply by not attending at all. And it's really sad that this man married her and his mother knows that, you know, her this daughter-in-law of hers is missing, and she didn't even, and her Facebook post is like super Christiany and all that, but how dare you praise the Lord and not go pray for this child at the park? Like, that doesn't make sense, and it really irks my nerves that people can act so godly or pretend to be so godly when really in general they are not. So I'm just gonna leave that there. I just think it's really sad that this woman probably has some type of clue as to what is going on, and she is pretending like she doesn't. Nobody is that aggressive when somebody goes missing unless they know something. Type, comment, bring Mo home to show your support, please. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Meet me on my official Viva La Convos Instagram or on my Viva La Convos Facebook page. This is my copyright disclaimer because most of the stuff is just for fair use, okay? Leave the comments, please. Thanks so much for tuning in and engaging with me. I really am trying my best to cover this case as closely as I can without, giving out too much information because I still have other information that I have not exposed because I really truly feel like Joe was not alone in this whole situation as far as I just feel like he's not alone. I feel like he has some type of help. And I'm not going to stop until I can figure out, who took part in it. Also, I would like to note that somebody in his family is watching my page because they subscribe to it. And it's very clear that they're trying to keep up with the information that I have. So it's really not going to matter because at the end of the day, the Lord has something in store for people like y'all that do things like this to people, that don't, especially, don't deserve stuff like this, but, just hurting people in general. Y'all are going to get what's meant for y'all, what's coming to y'all. Anybody that helped Joe, I promise you, the Lord has something for y'all. Just wait on it. Now, with that being said,
you ain't gotta say nothing, baby. Actions speak real loud. My head is clouded with judgment lately. I gotta get it out. All of these fucking doubts. Somebody hear me out. I know it's all my fault. Gotta figure it all out. One day, someday.
Again, thank you all for the support. And if you want to send me any case you feel isn't getting enough media attention or any attention at all, I'd be honored to cover them. I'm definitely waiting, and my inbox is always open. Viva la Convos out.